Hi, this is Matt with Artist Hardware and the Sensu brush. And I thought it'd be fun to show you how the watercolor brush is implemented over a few of our favorite apps. So we'll start with paper. And if you haven't bought the color mixing add-on in-app purchase, I would highly recommend it. So paper has a beautiful stylized watercolor brush. It's transparent. You just can layer up on top of it. It works really nicely with the other colors. The color blending's beautiful to it. Some of the things you can do is when you are painting with it, if you don't lift your brush up, you'll get sort of an even distribution of color across here. But as each time you go back into it, you're going to get an additional layer. Of course, you can really use that to your advantage to create neat textures and changes of color, blending them up. It's really nice. So there's not a lot of variety within their watercolor brush. If you go quickly, it's a little bit lighter. If you go slowly, it gets darker. That's about it, right? So you can see there's some variation there. Like it's showing up, but not a whole lot. But that's fine. That's how it works. It's a great app. In Art Rage, they're all about trying to duplicate the tools that you might have in your artist studio. As is with their other tools, you can use multi-touch gestures to change the size of the brush. They've got a variety of presets down here that you can choose from. Just a spot, right? So as you can see, it's just, when I hit it, it's just a little spot. I probably won't use that much. The low blending one is nice though. But let's make that a little bit bigger so you can see it. But it really, they're really trying to duplicate let me zoom in, you can see it on here, the feel of a real watercolor brush and paint. So, very nice. Again, loads of options down here. You can just add water, for example, and when you do that, let's bump that size of that up again. It's really pushing it out like you've just, let me zoom in so you can see. I can't do this in paper. You can't zoom in paper. But you can see it's looks and actually reacts like the real media does. So it's nice. This is a great app too. These are only favorites. We're only showing favorites here. Procreate. Get a darker color. So their watercolor brush, you get that through their in the brushes menu under the painting tab. Your water brush down here. Actually, there's damp brush too. We can do that. So again, this is sort of like paper that's very stylized, and it does the same sort of thing as if you keep it. If you don't lift it up, oh look, it wears out. But they all kind of layer up. Now the advantage here with Procreate is that you still have all the functionality of their tool set. So you can reduce the opacity, you can reduce the size of the brush. Alright, so that's pretty handy. Let's show you what it looks like when you're blending. It's beautiful. It's a great app. And actually, let's go over and look at the damp brush for a second. So, I'll bump up the size here so you can see that texture. So it's not really the same as a watercolor brush, so maybe I shouldn't have shown that to you. Anyways, it's nice. It's a nice texture. So, Procreate Art Rage, Paper, all great apps. Buy all three. But if you are looking specifically for a watercolor brush, maybe this will have helped. Okay, we've got more videos on the website at sensubrush.com. Thanks. See you soon.